Cigar lovers, this is Daniel with Smoking Spirits, sitting here at Excalibur, of course, with my lovely plant right here and my wheat, whatever that is, right there. Anyway, today I am reviewing probably the longest cigar I've ever smoked. Yes, it will be the longest I've ever smoked, and it's probably going to kick the crap out of me, but that's a risk I'm willing to take. Without further ado, let me introduce to you the Padron Magnum Maduro. Look at that thing. It doesn't. It fits the whole screen. Freaking awesome. Thing is 9 inches by 50 ring gauge. It is a natural Maduro with decent construction. Has a few medium-sized veins, which I shouldn't really complain about because a cigar this long, they're going to have to take a lot of leaf, and they don't really have a whole lot to choose from, really. It's got a nice tooth to it, a lot of bumps. Looks good. The end cap looks a little like a bad toupee, I must say. Kind of disappointed in that, but sure, it'll smoke okay. Well, I hope it'll smoke okay. And the tobacco is laid out nicely, and it looks like it's going to be good. We'll see how this goes. I have no idea what the drag's going to be like. It just seems like with a cigar this long, it's got to be bound to have some hiccups in it somewhere, or some burn problems, or who knows. Haven't done it before. Usually I stick to shorter cigars, and that's just the way it is. So anyway, we're going to light this thing up and see how I hold up smoking this. So I'll be right back. Well, I'm getting into this Padron Magnum Maduro a little bit here, and as you can see, I've smoked a bit. There's the whole thing. And so far, the flavor is a little bit more mellow than I actually was expecting. I was expecting a little more kick, just because it's a little bit smaller ring gauge cigar. I was kind of expecting it to have a little more condensed flavor, but that's okay. It's a little bit more mellow. It's a very smooth flavor and a very light flavor so far, which is kind of surprising. It has a very earthy, woody, toasty overtone. But right now the flavor isn't super defined. It's not really kicking in there, and it's just kind of there, kind of building. You can see it's burning okay. I got a little bit of a wobble here, but nothing too bad. The ash is stacking up good. It's got a nice color to it. Looks good. And the drag is actually perfect, which I was really surprised about, and I thought it was going to be kind of awkward and crazy, so that's good. Anyway, okay flavor so far. Hoping it's going to build more and get a little more kick as we get into the middle there, or sometime along there. I mean, I got options here. I got a lot of cigar to smoke, so doing good so far. Nothing really crazy. Nothing really awesome, but nothing bad either. So we will see how this thing opens up and ends up. Well, cigar lovers, this guy started with a fabulous burn, and unfortunately, I'm getting a little tunneling here, and it is no bueno. So I am going to have to torch this thing, which I really don't like to do, because it always seems to throw off the flavor, but alas, it's at that point. Anyway, up till now, the flavor started, like I said, it started kind of nominally, and but it is building a little bit. I'm getting a little bit of spice through the nose, and getting a little bit more of a strong flavor. It's not quite so bland. It's kind of kicking in a little bit more, so hopefully I'll be able to smoke past this little funky part, and then the flavors will even back out, and I will be getting into some good cigar in here. I really hate torching it like that. It just seems to always throw off the burn. It's always better when a cigar burns at a similar temperature. It's kind of like cooking food. Like if you just boil, say, asparagus or something like that, it tastes a little bit bland. But if you saute it or cook it on a grill on a really high heat, the sugars caramelize and more of the deep flavors come out. But if you cook it too much and you burn it, then it's nasty tasting. So a cigar cooking just normally will caramelize the sugars and everything in it, and it'll taste like a cigar is supposed to taste. So when you introduce a really hot flame in there, you're doing 1,200 degrees or something instead of the 400 and something it's cooking at. What happens is you actually torch the tobacco, and it causes a burnt flavor. So now I got to kind of work through that flavor right there where I torched it. So that's why I don't really like torching it in midstream, and I like to try to get the burn to even out on its own. But alas, this thing had to get torched. You can see I got plenty left to smoke here, so probably won't be a problem. Well, folks, the flavor is kicking in finally. I'm about halfway through, and I'm starting to come in, getting a little bit of spice, getting a little bit of nice big round robust flavor, but I'm still having a beast of a time with this burn. You can see it's kind of all over the place, and I had to torch it twice. So that first time you saw, I had to torch it again. So it's just been all over the place in the midsection, but the flavor is getting a lot bigger now, which I'm liking, and kind of nice, spicy, getting a little spicy, not very spicy, a little spicy through the nose, but pretty good amounts of smoke.
I did on my highway driving in Cigar. I got to strengthen my exit, buffet those winds and assholes around the highway.
Doing pretty good, liking it. Anyway, okay cigar. I'm not complaining. Still cooking along here on the Padron Magnum Maduro, and just doing pretty good. Can't complain. The burn has evened out. There was a pretty nasty area in the middle, and the flavor is good, much mellower than I expected, and just good drag the whole way through, which I was pretty stoked about. Smoking very nice, and pretty chill cigar. I really thought there would be a lot more kick, but it's not a bad cigar at all. Just kind of a smooth flavor, toasty and nice. Definitely a big cigar, a lot of nicotine, and pretty tasty. Hope you guys get a chance to try one out sometime when you got an hour or so to just sit down and have a stick, and maybe you can have one here at Excalibur Cigars in Miramar. Been very much enjoying myself, and we will see you guys at the next review.